presentation. Let's welcome him.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me here today.
Thank you.
And I'm going to take this coat off in 2 minutes. It's the only time I've ever worn a sport coat other than going to court in anywhere in Arizona, because it's ridiculous to have to wear a coat here. So I'm going to take this off now, but it's supposed to look like a lawyer. So. And I don't usually wear a tie in the office. First, I'd like to introduce Wayne Carroll. Wayne is my partner in the office over there. Those of you who have been to my office, Wayne is not my brother, and he certainly is not my son, which some people have asked. Wayne and I both moved to Anthem separately. We are not related to each other. Wayne is a patent and intellectual property attorney by trade, had his own office, and lived here in Anthem. I was growing here in Anthem. I needed some help, and Wayne ended up moving his practice up here, and we joined forces. And surprisingly, I started out, I was doing wills, estates, estate planning, trust. Wayne was doing intellectual property, and 90% of our business lately is bankruptcy. So it's unfortunate sign of the time that we've had a tremendous influx of bankruptcy matters, and that's what we've been doing a lot of. But the one thing I want to make clear is we're a general practice firm. We're not a bankruptcy firm. We are handling a lot of bankruptcy. We're certainly competent to help anyone with a bankruptcy issue, but we are a general practice firm. And going forward, we don't intend to be doing a lot of bankruptcies. We're all hoping that this economy turns around. We keep hearing that it's turning around. We are seeing some green shoots on occasion, but unfortunately, there's a lot more pain that's going to be endured before we survive this particular recession. I can't offer you $22,000 for referring a client, but Wayne has 6 children. I have 4. We probably can get your car washed if you do refer us a client. That's about the best we can do. I'm still new at PowerPoint, so forgive me if I jump around here a little bit. I want to tell you a little bit about myself first, and I know this will sound a little bit like an infomercial. I'm not here to do an infomercial for my firm, but our approach, our firm's approach, is that we all live here in Anthem. We have 3 attorneys. We just added our 4th attorney. 3 of us live in Anthem. The other attorney who just joined us lives in Tremonto. So we all live here in the community, and we work here in the community. And ideally, in this area, that's what you want. I mean, you know, Phoenix is a great city, Scottsdale is a great city, but ideally, if you can not have to commute down there, and if you can make a living in your home community and be of service to your home community, where the people who you are doing business with are people who you know personally, when you see them at church, you see them in the food store. I mean, that's, I think, what we all came to Anthem for, is a sense of community. And despite the recession, I think Anthem still offers that sense of community. Given that goal, our approach is to be a community law firm. AnthemLawFirm.com is our website. We more or less promote ourselves. Most of our clients are from the Anthem area. We do get people from all over the county, partly because we're very competitive in our pricing, and it costs you more a lot of times to go to a larger firm downtown. But even despite that, you know, our focus of our marketing is here in Anthem, and most of the people that we do service are from the Anthem area. Myself, I've been an attorney since 1981. I started my own firm in 2000. I was from New Jersey. I still have an office in New Jersey, although I've been trying to kind of wean away that office. The majority of my time is now spent in Anthem. Initially, when I started the firm, I was going back and forth. I'd be here Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday night, I'd fly back to New Jersey. I'd work Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday night or Friday, I'd come back here. I'd have Saturday hours, and I did that for a couple of years. This office has become busy. I've been able to spend more time here and kind of wean myself away from New Jersey. I still have 1 full-time attorney and 2 part-time attorneys who work for me in New Jersey, and I do have an office there, but our practice and our focus is now here in Anthem. Both Kristen and Wayne are here full-time. So if you ever call our office, you will have an attorney. It's unlike some of these firms that, you know, they do have you know, the ones that advertise extensively on television. You don't usually reach those attorneys. Most of those attorneys are actually multi-state. They practice in California, they practice in Nevada, they practice in Arizona, and they don't physically appear much in the state. So if you call the office, a lot of times just reaching an attorney and getting an opinion from an attorney is a very difficult thing to do. Initially, when we started, the 3 of us, before Miranda joined us, it was 3 attorneys. We didn't have a staff person. So unlike another firm where you'd call and you try to get through to an attorney, if we answered the phone, you were talking to an attorney because we didn't have anyone to answer the phones. Now we do have a staff person, but we still have 4 attorneys and they're available to you. And that's one thing we want to emphasize. You as realtors run into legal issues all the time, whether it's a contract issue, Doesn't have to be anything to do with bankruptcy or foreclosure. Contract issue, anything. You know, if it's a personal issue, if it's something to do with a will, estate, you know, we're there to help. And you know, we're here as a business to make a profit, but we emphasize ourselves as a community law firm. And the reason why I'm more or less letting you know about our firm is we're here as a resource to you. Most of my business comes from realtors. You know, I've had a couple of these seminars where I've spoken. Hans is my landlord, Hans and Jacqueline Rosemer. I rent offices from behind them. So when I first opened my office, you know, clients who wandered into their office who saw, oh, there's a lawyer back there, I picked up business that way. And I've lectured at some of the other offices in town, and as a result, you know, I'm picking up a lot of my referral business from realtors. One thing that we do is we try to offer free consultations. Now, originally we were very generous with our free consultations. I mean, I probably spent 80% of my time. Wayne probably spent 90% of his time, because he talks a lot more than I do, doing free consultations. And we want people to come to us, even if they think that they may not be able to afford us. And what I mean by that is if you cannot afford to retain us, and there's, you know, cases that it doesn't make sense. If you have a small collection action, it doesn't make sense to retain us. But we'll always try to refer you, or the people you refer to us, to someone who can help them. There are organizations that help. You know, we do things pro bono occasionally. We try to help people even if we don't get paid. And there's also self-help on the web. And we can tell people where to go, what to file, etc. So our primary focus is always to help the client. And I think in 99% of the cases we're able to do that. So don't be afraid to refer someone to us. It's not like you have to say, well, gee, if I walk through that door, I got to pay a fee. All right? It doesn't happen that way. No one is expected. I mean, yes, there are certain consultations that, you know, where we do give valuable advice to people, and you know, we do get paid, and we expect to get paid. But if the people can't pay us, we don't want them not to come to us. Anthem has had a really, really tough time in this recession. I'm sure we all know stories of the down and out, you know, people who are neighbors, you know, who lost their jobs, you know, lost income, etc. And as a result are having hard times. And a lot of times it's very hard when you've never had tough times in your life to have to deal with those tough times. Certainly we offer a resource for those people. And we want you to feel free to refer those people to us, and we will always do our best we can to try to help those people. Today, the